where shadows wander. They sweep the walls and they crawl and crawl to kiss the lights. A woman wonders where's the crowd. The clock reads night yet she's still out. She peeps the dark and sees but black. As she walks, they creep and crawl. They creep and crawl. They creep and crawl. Oh, they creep and crawl. They creep and crawl. They creep and crawl in the dark. As she walks, they creep and street where shadows wander. They sweep the walls and they crawl and crawl to kiss the lights. A woman wonders where's the crowd. The clock reads night yet she's still out. She peeps the dark and sees but black. As she walks, they creep and
woke up on the lobby floor. Yeah, last night was some kind of war. I'm coming down like a waterfall. I check my phone, but you never call. Lost in the ceiling, caught up in the ceiling. I can't seem to let it go. Locked in this cage, I've been stuck here for days, and I can't seem to let you go. You pulled me up and I put you down. You gave me love, then I stole your crown. You let me in, then I pushed you out. Come let me make up for all these pain. I've been a mess, tied by all these chains. Open my eyes, now I finally see. Shut the key, yeah. Can we be free? You pull me up, yeah. Can we be free? And I put you down. Well, I woke up and saw everything but you next to me. I know that I've been the enemy, but I've had my moment of clarity. Lost in the ceiling, caught up in the ceiling. I can't seem to let it go. Locked in this cage, I've been stuck here for days, and I can't seem to let you go. You pulled me up and I put you down. You gave me love, then I stole your crown. You let me in, then I pushed you out. Come let me make up for all these pain. I've been a mess, tied by all these chains. Open my eyes, now I finally see. Shut the key, yeah. Can we be free? You pull me up, yeah. Can we be free? And I put you down.
And here we are. It all comes down to this. This is the Season 7 TPP Championships here on this lovely Friday evening. We got Game 1 on Erringle. It is Good Friday. Jeez. Hey, Game 1 here is Erringle. We got a plane path from Lipovka flying over the Manshin towards Pachinki and finally dropping off the map by the quarry there. Winner's Circle with a dominating performance through the first 2 weeks. 6 Cents did put up a decent fight last week to finish off in second place. So we will see what will happen in the 5 games that we have to play tonight. Just drop into the water here. Thanks, Knockin', for the host. And Knockin' goes down to the water. First casualty, and there goes Doughboy as well. The OG's having it rough. Alright, so we'll jump into this spectating camera onto Dougie Fresh and Fury Esports doing their usual things, splitting around Milta Power and Mini Milta. Wow, look at all of those teams choosing to go right into the middle near the school. G25 is on their way down to military base, heading past 6 Cents, who is shooting right at the trailing member Fua. Looks like he's spun out, but trying to regain there and get going past. 6 Cents won't be able to pick up an early point yet. We're going to head over towards the school. We got people jumping into vehicles and a lot of shots going off already. Iconic taking the apartments across from the school and taking the school as well with Dace there. Nobody else did contest here specifically. There is Team 5150, and they are in Little Roz with a member. Homicide is actually heading out towards the compound Meaty is looting from Torch. And Meaty did see Homicide running up and starts tagging. Think Fast right there too. Meaty does knock Homicide. It's a big first play here for Torch in Game 1 of the championships, and he will thirst him out. Meaty picking up that first kill in Week 3. The other members of Team 5150 are running out of Little Roz, heading over, trying to see what they can maybe do to try and avenge their player here. Homicide. Meaty could be in trouble as all 3 members are crashing his building at the moment. Chicken Fried throwing nades up into the top floor. Meaty's just going to hold the stairs. Also looking out the windows. Chicken Fried and Think Fast do run into the bottom of the building here. Prime and nades. Little worrisome running up that staircase. Meaty could just gun them all down. You have smokes out, nades going out. They're not going to have too much utility left after this. There is an M249 chilling on the ground here too. Meaty tagging up Chicken Fried on the tree. Just to the left of the building here as Thinkfast does start to run up the stairs into the smoke, getting tagged up by Meaty. But here comes Big Clock as well, checking his corners. Not sure exactly where Meaty is. Oh, it's going on right now. Meaty pops out and takes down Thinkfast. Big Clock runs into the other room at the worst time here. Meaty also takes down Thinkfast, but Chicken Fried runs up just in time to avenge both of his teammates and get the reses. Meaty almost taking down all of Team 5150. What a fight by Meaty. Then the clutch finish by Chicken Fried. So Team 5150 will still have 3 members alive going forward in this match. There's Brain, who unfortunately is just a one-man, doesn't have the teammates for tonight. Checking out what's going on. Heard those gunshots. There, the remaining members of Torch are pushed out by Ruins. They grabbed some vehicles and headed west. And here with the circle heading in, now we were a bit distracted. We missed all of those drops and rotations, but we do have the original Gamesterz and console killers who landed in Yasnaya. They have grabbed their vehicles. They're heading out towards North George. Console killers are actually pulling up on the bridge. They might set up a little bridge camp as Fury Esports are heading towards them. Kamikaze, a little flip of the vehicle. Dougie Fresh is gonna pull up and let him hop in. Warhawk is already all at the bridge with the console killer set up on the other side, taking shots at him. Warhawk turns off to the side, but Bizarre is able to blow up that vehicle. Meanwhile, Brain, back at that other compound, does take down Thinkfast and thirsts him out. Nice little point picked up by Brain for Vigorous. The remaining members of Fury Esports look like they're going to head around the lake. They don't want to run into console killers who are already set up on that bridge in such a powerful position. Iconic has moved to the yellows just south of Ruins. We have 6 Cents making their way near Chopsticks. Quite a few teams taking up residence in and around North George and these bridges on this river. To be a little bit of a dangerous area if you wanted to drive through this at the moment. Winner's Circle posted up through crates. And here we go with that next phase moving north, taking away most of the land south of the river. Excessive going for the quick rotation. 6 Cents do have 2 members still moving, so they look like they'll just probably pick them up and head out. The original Gamesterz, who pulled up just past the console killers now, are seeing them drive past, trying to take some shots off, it looks like. Here we go. Always thirst first. Also moving. They want to move first as well. Prevent anyone from gaining a foothold early. Iconic 6 cents. G25 still heading up. Team Hatred need to find a new compound. Brain slowly making his way through the map. Winner Circle R look like they're getting some shots onto Excessive, who's driving through that Crates bridge now. Bloody Dab's still going to have to drive right past Bonkai and Noxy. The Stomping Grounds also set up on the other side of the bridge, so those two could be in trouble, or Bloody Dabs could be in trouble here. Note, the Stomping Grounds were just picking up a vehicle and heading out, but Bloody Dabs does get knocked as his buggy spins out. Attraction's gonna come up and pick that kill up quick before somebody can steal that point away from them. They have a huge lead at the moment, and they want to hold on to that. Secure themselves a nice little Season 7 championship. And here comes Attractions. Doesn't want to get sniped out the whip either, so he's zigzagging and jumps out and takes down Bloody Dabs. Alright, so here we're going to head out to the center here, as we have a lot of teams looking like they want to pull up into the same kind of locations. As there's not a lot of actual compounds in this new circle. It's mostly just ridges and trees. We do have two teams here pulled up on this crashed plane here with Fury Esports and the Stomping Grounds. Dougie Fresh has rotated out around that left side, getting some good angles onto Joystick and 2 Blazed. As nobody looks like they're looking off that way. They're all distracted with Kamikaze and for sure Mask here. Dougie Fresh could be in a great little position to play upset for the Stomping Grounds here. The moment just staying hidden, relaying that information to his team. Seeing if he can pick up that quick knock. He's going to keep rotating around. Kamikaze and for sure Mask just holding their attention over here. It does look like Joystick might have spotted out Dougie Fresh though. Jive Turkey getting tagged up a little bit, and for sure Mask does take down Jive Turkey and thirst him out quick before anybody's able to jump on that, cover him with smokes or anything. That was a quick kill by Jive Turkey. Or Mask, sorry. Dougie Fresh now popping out from behind. It does look like Joystick did see them though. So they do know that there is a player coming up behind. They don't know exactly where he is at the moment, as he's pushing up right on top of them here. He can see Irek down at the end of the plane path. Might give away his position here. He does hear Joystick's footsteps. Joystick with his back to Dougie Fresh gets taken down. Meanwhile, the BattleBots going up and taking down a player from the Kingpins, and now Chapper's also taking down Chomedy with a nice little K9 heady. And Team 5150 getting into another fight, it seems, as they run into Excessive. Big Clock takes down Sweaty with a nade, but Trip turns around and takes down Chicken Fried and thirsts him out. Mask now getting 2 Blaze taken down. It is all up to Irek as they swarm his position and take him down. So that will be the Stomping Grounds eliminated by Fury Esports. And here we go, Team 5150. They did pull up right into Excessive's compound, or it might have been the other way, but it looks like, yes, Team 5150 is Big Clock. The last member is jumping onto this bike, and he's going to dip out of here. Try and stay alive, pick up a few more placement points. And it's phase 3 circle now shifting south here. Trying to keep that river in as long as possible, it looks like. Winner circle pulling up right on top of 6 cents. They're split all around this river. Flacco does get taken down. Bonkai and Noxie pulling up onto Flacco. Or driving past. They're going to take their losses, but Torch Tyrannical with a nice little shot onto Bonkai as they're driving past. Does take him out of that vehicle. Now Warnick and Slim Jumbo going to jump in the river, try to regroup with Brolic and Michu on the other side here as Attractions pulls up into this shack. Knows they don't have much cover here. Maybe try and take them out. They know they're in second place right behind them. Could be a big finish for whichever team is able to come up on top here. But with all 4 members of 6 Cents versus Attractions, the odds were a little bit in their favor. Not the last member alive for Winner's Circle, though. Noxie did make it escape from the area to pull up near the battle bots, but getting into another fight here. So Stiffy does take him down with a canine. So unfortunately for Winner's Circle, they will be taken out early in Game 1. We also have Monstar taking down Lid from Console Killers. Where is that happening? Out on the edge by shooting range. But Iconic getting the better of that fight. Harden taking down 3 members, Monstar, Exclusive, and Bizarre from the Console Killers. For not being a lot of compounds in this circle, there is quite a lot of positions these teams are seeming to find. As just every ridge has a team pulled up onto it next to each other and everything. We have Anarchy's Elite Gaming right next to the original Gamesterz with 6 Cents right across the road from them. We have BattleBots on the other ridge to the west with the Big Clock hiding in the shack between them. Torch also trying to make a play up from the south side of the circle. Trying to just get an edge anywhere they can. But 6 Cents laying down the shots onto them. And now Iconic does run into Fury Esports as they finish up their fight with Console Killers. With For Sure Mask taking down Harden, but then frame banging from the original Gamesterz way down the hill spots out For Sure Mask and is able to get a knock on him. So Kamikaze making a play over, wanna keep him up. Looks like they just have those 3 members for this game. Always Thirst First taking down G25 Fua, and then Savage also taking down Dog Chapo right there to thirst him out. The team shots are real. We have too many fights going on here at the moment now. The Kingpins pulling up. Where did the Kingpins go? They were getting shot from the original Gamesterz, but we did have Team Hatred pulled up onto this shack that Team 5150 was surviving in, and it does look like they took him out, but then they were also taken out by just the multitude of teams that are around here with sightlines down onto that little shack. So Team Hatred and Team 5150 both eliminated there. And now Crypto, the last member from Team G25 Gaming, who were being gate kept outside of the circle from Always Thirst First on that north side, are taken out. Brain's still alive. Over by Torch here, looks like they're vacating the area, so that'll give him a little bit of breathing room for the moment. 6 Cents now heading in from the south. They're going to have to push right up on top of the original Gamesterz position. But Anarchy Elite Gaming also right there on the left side, so the original Gamesterz will have to watch these kills that they peak. They don't want to give up too much to either of these teams. The BattleBots are on the other side of the circle heading in now, so they shouldn't be a threat. Oreo Hitman pushing up low side, trying to get some nades. Not able to hit. But the BattleBots did end up pulling up on the other side of the original Gamesterz. Unfortunate for them as they get pushed by 2 teams at once, with Frame Banging being taken down by M4 and a Dream back here. Gavin and D-Love trying to hold off the BattleBots while Oreo Hitman stuck in the back with 6 Cents. Brolic does take down Dabin, getting that quick thirst. So B-Love and Oreo Hitman in trouble here. Torch also up on that hill. They pushed up towards Iconic. Nada does take down Lid, but Dace taking down one of them. This fight here too with the BattleBots. Chappers does find Oreo Hitman laying down behind the tree there. He does eliminate him, but it looks like Warnick stole that kill away. B-Love knocking Slim Jim, but with the BattleBots right on the other side, they were take him down as he just has no cover from either team. Now the BattleBots continuing to push their way through the original Gamesterz as they know 6 Cents is trapped here on this edge of the circle. They don't want to let them get past the BattleBots, who are in 3rd place. 6 Cents in 2nd. They want to take them out as early as possible, try to gain some of these points back on them. BattleBots playing super aggressive here as they do only have 3 members against 6 Cents' 4. Anarchy Elite Gaming trying to escape here while these teams are busy. Chappers does spot Brolic looting down there on Oreo Hitman's body and takes him down. The other 3 members of 6 Cents not really in a position to get over there right away, but Slim Jimbo taking down Sistopi, evening that score. Chappers spotting out Slim Jimbo, takes him down. Now it is Warnick and Mitchu up against Clockwork, who has no health left, and they do take him down. And they should be able to save Slim Jimbo. Warnick going to go back and try to save Brolic, but it is phase 6. If that circle reaches him, I don't think they will be able to pick him up. Does look like they have enough time. Brolic going to be able to be rezzed and make it back into the circle. So 6 Cents. Oh, and right as I say it, that not quite enough time. Unfortunately, they will only have 3 members running into the end here. We have Fury Esports, who are still alive with their 3 members, holding down this crash plane area, which is just barely on the edge of the circle. They also had a crate come down right on top of them. Fury Esports looking kind of nice here on top of this hill. We got Anarchy Elite Gaming, who rotated out from that fight down low around where 6 Cents is now, making it up here to the top side of the circle. We have Always Thirst First. Looks like they also have all 4 members alive. So they're looking good for the end of this game. And then we have Excessive finally down here between Always Thirst First and 6 Cents in this Phase 7. 5 teams, 15 people left. Go with this next circle, pretty much just centered. All of these teams hugging edge at the moment. Everybody will just have to push forwards in just a little bit. Always Thirst First, practicing their Snake Squad skills. Laying down here, they see Fury Esports up on top of the hill. They have to know Excessive is also down below them, as yes, Excessive is now taking shots up onto Always Thirst First. With Voice almost getting knocked, but narrowly escaping the shots from Excessive. Meanwhile, on the other side of the circle, for sure, Masks sees these two members of Anarchy Elite Gaming hiding out behind the trees, with Mask taking down Blue Zone. Red Zone escaping down the hill, but right into the waiting eyes of 6 Cents, with Warnick taking down Red Zone. So that will be a 5th place for Anarchy Elite Gaming. 6 Cents now pushing up the hill towards Fury Esports as Excessive makes their move out the backside. All of these teams are choosing to rotate at the exact same time. We're having a fight between Always Thirst First and Fury Esports here up on top of the hill. With Always Thirst First coming out on top there. And then at the exact same time, Excessive pushes up right behind 6 Cents. And they do take down Michu, but Warnick and Slim Jim working hard to put a stop to Excessive's push here. They are able to take down all 3 members and give Excessive a 3rd place for this Game 1 finish. So now 2 teams, 7 alive, 3 members of 6 Cents going up against 4 members of Always Thirst First, who do have the high ground. 6 Cents getting favored with that circle. Always Thirst First not having to push forward too far. Here we go. Warnick pushing up the right side. Does have an angle onto Humby. Takes him down to about half health. But Humby escaping to the comfort of that tree. Gonna pop a heal. Come back out at 100%. Humby just getting tagged up from both sides here. Staying alive well, though. Not getting any kind of edge. Starting to rotate down that hill, though. So 6 Cents, all they have to do is wait them out. And a big snipe from Voice onto Michu. Warnick quickly jumping onto that res. They know they're already down a player. They want to keep these odds as well as possible. Chapo heading around the right side. Warnick popping off that res just in time to take down Chapo. And Slim Jim holding that other side, taking down Humby, Voice, and Savage. So that will be 6 Cents picking up the Game 1 chicken dinner. They had 16 kills between them. Always Thirst First picking up 2nd place. They had 7 kills. Excessive with 3rd place and 1 kill. Fury Esports, they had 4th place and 8 kills. And then Anarchy's Elite Gaming, finally, they come into a 5th place and they have 3 kills. All right, we'll get this Game 2 lobby started up. GG's. And we're heading over to Miramar for Game 2.
I don't feel this is right. I don't know, should we let go? Diving into your mind just to overflow. Are you feeling the signs? Feel the cold in your bones. Looking up to the sky to see a silver sun. I can't be the only one who always feels this way. I can't be the only one who's slowly falling. I can't be the only one who always feels this way. I can't be the only one who's slowly falling.
Okay, we're back, and we are on the desert of Miramar. It looks like it's going to be a little tough to actually jump out and kill myself, but we can jump to the edge of the map and fall. So that's probably a better bet. Here we go with the plane path, pretty much center west to northeast. We got Monte Nuevo all the way up to Tierra Blanca El Azahar area. And that was the quickest parachute fall ever. We're just gonna cruise on down to the earth. And die. Let's see if they have a fix for this Miramar shit, and they do not. We are watching the Stomping Grounds. Looks like they had a little bit of miscommunication with IREC jumping out way on the other side of the San Martin. Joystick, Jive Turkey, and Two Blazed, though, jumping out by Pozo. Oh, damn, it went to the wrong one. Let's see how IREC handles this. And there is that circle popping up. Southwest, we want Pozo, Picado, Chumacera, and Monte Nuevo dead center. If you chose one of those locations to drop, you just hit the lottery. Oh, and I am a liar. I need to update my game info. I apologize. It is game 2 of OXL Championship. Here goes IREC as he finally makes it to a compound. Gonna loot up a little bit. Hopefully there's nobody here. Hey, that's my favorite gun, baby. And he's not even gonna pick it up. That's toxic. S12, baby. All right. So here we go. Good old Miramar. So after that game 1, we're just working on getting that scores updated for the stream bar. But while we're doing that, I can go over them. Winner's Circle barely hanging on to that first place. They picked up 1 point, and that was all they needed to stay in. Winner's Circle with 122 and 6 cents right behind them in second place with 121. So we do have the bar updated. I'll post that in there and we'll keep on going. All right. And then coming in third place, we do have the Battle Bots. They have 69 points. Always Thirst First right behind them in fourth place with 61. And Fury Esports just a little bit back there with 50 points in fifth place. So as you can see, we have quite the spread between second and third with Winner's Circle and 6 cents just dominating Season 7 OXL. Irek trying to create a little breeze, breaking some windows, and there we go. Torch Dom has engaged with Anarchy Elite Gaming, taking down Blue Zone. And at the exact same time, the original Gamesterz B-Love with his SLR taking down G-Money from Iconic. So that is a couple quick early fights busting out here on Miramar. It is actually a three-way fight between Fury Esports, Original Gamesterz, and Iconic. Dabin does get a knock onto Kamikaze. The Original Gamesterz doing work, making sure they're covered on both fronts there. Dabin also getting a knock onto For Sure Mask. Fury Esports getting a little banged up here in this engagement. And B-Love does take down that remaining member, Dougie Fresh, with Dabin getting a triple kill. That will be Fury Esports eliminated by the Original Gamesterz. Who do still have to worry about Iconic, though, I believe. Unless they did decide to dip while the Original Gamesterz were busy fighting that other team, Fury Esports. Irek now feeling all adequately looted up, jumping into a truck, taking off towards his team. But the rest of them are heading south, taking off from that western side of Pozo. Taken up shot by Monte Nuevo there. Fortunately, I do not know my Miramar callouts. I should probably get on that. Driving through Picado though here. If the team landed, we might see Irek does crash into the cliff by the arena. Uh-oh. No teams right in the immediate vicinity though, so safely we'll be able to just regain composure and start driving, or continue driving, I should say. Stomping Grounds did pull up far enough as that circle does continue to head south, keeping now Monte Nuevo, which was dead center of the circle, now on that northern edge. Chumacera on the southeastern edge, and Valdemar with just a little bit of it on the southwestern edge. Driving past a team now, getting a couple shots taken at him, but safely able to continue. No real threat at the moment. We got a team pulling up onto this ridge here. Unfortunately, I can't mark things, but they do pull up and turn around onto Irek, driving past. Trying to just weaken that vehicle. He is almost out of gas. Could be in trouble. Oh, and they get a lucky pop onto his tire. These Miramar Hills are just so unforgiving. So much terrain to cross. Player heading by on a bicycle, able to skirt on by, but M4 and a dream from the BattleBots taking him down. Console Killers, Bizarre right there to steal it though. Too many teams with angles down onto Irek, and unfortunately just not able to make it out of there. Now we have Team 5150 pulling up onto Winner's Circle. Think Fast taking down Flacco and Attractions. Your first place team now in trouble. Think Fast taking down Noxy as well. Bankai is finally able to take down one of them in Chicken Fried and thirsting him out right away. Console Killers still just picking up their scab points. Exclusive now, stealing that kill on Noxy, stealing it away from Think Fast on Team 5150. But Bankai might have been able to push them away. I did not see him go down. Sounds like the fighting. Oh, and no, there it is. Big Clock does take down Bankai. So Winner's Circle will be eliminated early. Joystick just sending it. Oh, he lagged out. He's running it off the cliff. Does look like Joystick has lagged out, unfortunately. Right across an open field. Two Blaze just devastated as he's watching Joystick walk away from the team. So yes, Team 5150 making big plays, taking out Winner's Circle. And here we go, watching Joystick on his journey. The blue is almost overtaking him. Will he be able to get back in time? Oh, and he gets shot at right as he starts to reconnect. Stops right in the way of Excessive. Meanwhile, we have Always Thirst First heading up against G25 Gaming again. Drive Turkey not happy that Excessive took out Joystick, so they're gonna try and... They do get a tag down onto that truck. The Stomping Grounds do get their vehicle blown up. They have no escape now. Unless they have another vehicle, which, you know, is entirely possible. And it does look like Jive Turkey might see a player here pushing up onto that side. Excessive didn't sound like they kept driving past, so who really knows? It's always fun on Miramar because we have to guess. Get to know more of how these players are feeling about this game and the situations that they're in. We go. That blue is just ticking by, slowly getting ever closer to the play zone. We're not trying to report. Already losing 20 players here in the first 3 phases. And now this action is picking up again with console killers and Excessive going up against each other. Meanwhile, Torch and the battle bots also having a little fight. Meaty does take down M4 in a Dream, but Chappers trades out Nada. Tyrannical now also getting a kill onto Glockwork. TSG seeing that new, the Stomping Ground seeing that new circle move, decide to make their play across the road here. Does seem like the teams nearby are distracted, so could be the best time. They were spotted out by a team right across the street from them, which could be Team 5150, unless they've rotated far from here. Drive Turkey almost being taken down running across that road, but is able to make it across. And then Two Blazed taking advantage of them while they're reloading. Does safely make it across. Back to that fight between console killers and Excessive. Nate taking down Fleet with the SKS. Two Blaze getting popped down on top of right as he makes it into cover. Fortunately not being knocked, but having to pop another heal and stay in this fight a little bit longer. Get their boost in this nice little bowl they've got. Not being pursued anymore from above. Are hearing all kinds of shots here going on around. Stomping Grounds here. This SKS going off. They want to see if they can get some shots down on this team in this compound. But there is a player right close to the left. Takes Jive Turkey down to about half health. Not able to finish him off. It is Team Hatred. So Narcatic takes down Jive Turkey, but Two Blaze trades him out and gets the thirst before Gun finishes off the stomping grounds. Team Hatred now down to just 2 members, the OKC and Gun. Under fire from the Kingpins. They are also eliminated quickly with that blue overtaking them. Or maybe it was the console killers who took them down. I believe it was, since I am on the console killers. And here we go, always thirst first now. Coming up onto Torch as they finish off that fight from earlier. Sounds like they're here up on top of the hill. That circle just staying right in between Chumacera and Monte Nuevo there. Sixth Sense trying to join that party, but El Chapo saying, this is our game, taking down one of the Sixth Sense members. Exclusive getting some eyes on a team pushing up to the east. Does spot out Brain, who is a one-man squad this week. GG's. Now with this circle pushing all these teams out, Michu knocking Bizarre from the console killers. And Chappers from the BattleBots down low in this, taking down Trip from Excessive. Vic is able to steal Bizarre away from Sixth Sense and pick up a nice little point for Kingpin. Meanwhile, Torch and Always Thirst First are still going at it. That is a long fight just unfolding between those two teams. The original Gamesterz now finding Iconic after all of that time between. They do link back up. Dabin takes down Harden. Console Killer is just laying down some shots onto this team that had to push out of the compound. V-Love also takes down Dace for the original Gamesterz. And they do get that thirst out. Meanwhile, Monstar over here getting a knock onto Big Clock from Team 5150. Back down to the original Gamesterz. Oreo Hitman knocks Lid, or takes down Lid. So the original Gamesterz looking good in this game too. Monstar narrowly escaping those bullets coming from down the hill. Throws out and stays alive. That is Team 5150. Think fast with a quick headshot from a K9 onto Exclusive. Nate quickly running down to pick that res up before the circle starts to move. Is phase 6. That will start to hurt now. Monstar getting some revenge onto Team 5150. He does take down Think Fast with an SKS. Sixth Sense also with an angle down low. Slim Jimbo taking down Big Clock, but Monstar right there to steal that kill away. Slim Jimbo is still able to get 1 point from Homicide, the last member up. So Team 5150 will be eliminated by 6 cents. Always Thirst First now finding the original Gamesterz Humvee. Taking down Frame Banging with that heady. Chapo does thirst him out. Console Killer's finding a nice little dip here between these two compounds. Able to get into the circle and take cover from each direction. Phase 6, 21 left alive here. Game 2 situation. And there is, with that next circle pop, that team in the brick warehouse will have to move out. But the other two compounds are still in. So this northernmost, or southernmost compound could get pretty hot here in a minute. With the Console Killers and this other team both pushing down the hill. Well, might not be at the same time, but we'll be in this phase for sure. Oreo Hitman from the original Gamesterz does take down Chapo. And that fight between the OGs and Always Thirst First rages on. But 6 cents getting the better of all of that fight as they take down Always Thirst First. And the Kingpins joining the battle behind the original Gamesterz as they take down B-Love, but Brelic does steal that kill away. 6 cents trying to pick up as many points as they can. They now have first place. They just want to keep on going, pouring that on. And we do good old Xbox party chat. Failing. Console Killers are having to push down right out into the open around 6 cents. Nate, the only one able to make it. INR does finish off exclusive. And after that phase, we are now down to 13 people, losing about half of them there. Still have 6 cents, the Kingpins, Console Killers, and the original Gamesterz are going down. I believe they still... No, that was the last member for the original Gamesterz, Dabin. So they are eliminated. Six Cents, who still had a vehicle alive, or functional, still up in their compound, decide to take it and dip out. And Nate, just trying to peek over these ridges, puts himself right into the firing line of INR. So that will be Console Killers, also eliminated. Now we have 3 members up for Anarchy's Elite Gaming in this southern, or the northern compound, the one at the bottom of the hill here. In a powerful position as Six Cents had to rotate out of their compound. And we do have one other team, I believe is the Kingpins, left alive. That Surgeon is eyeing down. over this ridge. They're getting angled out from 6 Cents and Anarchy Elite Gaming. Michu does take down Nij. Red Zone takes down Wick. Surgeon steals Nij away, and Einar is able to pick up Wick before 6 Cents can get a steal. Surgeon now finishing off Kingpins, taking down Chomedy. Oh, they do still have a member up. That was just a knock onto Chomedy. And there is the Thirsty Surgeon. And then Warnick finally eliminating the Kingpins with a nade onto Metrozard. So we have 4 members of 6 Cents looking for 2 chicken dinners in a row who have just been slaying out, doing really well in the OXL lately. And they are going up against Anarchy Elite Gaming, 3 strong, who do have this compound. Einar takes down Warnick, even in that score, 3 versus 3 now. Einar charging forward, knows they're most likely on this revive. But Michu pops off it at the perfect moment and does take down Einar, who was already weak, running up from one of the other members. And there you have it. 6 Cents takes game 2 as well, and the first place overall in this OXL championship week. Okay, I apologize everyone. I did have a problem with in between games there. We are getting better now, so we can get into this game here. We did have excessive landed right near 6 cents with Bloody Dabs and Sweaty were chasing down Warnick. It did look like they were able to cover him and get them back together though. Most of these teams already headed into this southwestern circle. It's pretty filled out already. 6 cents has taken up their western drop instead of going to Milta, where Fury Esports has taken up shop. G25 doing the same thing, going down south towards that military base, Novo. The OGs are making their way out of Yasnaya. They landed up there with Console Killers, usually doing the same thing. The Battle Bots down in Primo, they like it down there. Einar from Anarchy Elite Gaming is scouting out on that south coast, driving right in between the Stomping Grounds and Slim Jimbo from 6 cents. They are getting some shots down. That is actually happening right here. Takes down to about half health, but escapes with his life for the time being. Gonna have to loop back through the Stomping Grounds, who are pretty split around Quarry area. Oh, fuck. Does look like Torch might want to crash one of these compounds here. Excessive also looking for somewhere to pull up. Is that even the right game? Yes. We do have all of these teams rotating into the same area here. It's like they're all being funneled down just south of the quarry. As Anarchy's Elite Gaming does end up pulling up right on top of the Stomping Grounds here. Irek is caught out in this warehouse. All Zynar and Bluezone need to do is push inside. They could take him down. With the joystick at the back door though. Could be enough support for him. Yes, he does end up running out of that door and away from the danger. The immediate danger. Torch though, up on the hill behind. Two Blazed does take down Red Zone and pops around that back side. But Joystick trying to hold the front here. It's taken down by Blue Zone. Two Blaze now trying to make a play over to Joystick. So does run out and gets knocked by by Two Blazed. But Torch Dom up on the top of the hill, laying down some shots onto Two Blazed, making him run back into cover. Surgeon and Iron are now kind of pinned into this warehouse. As Two Blaze is going to try and drop down and get that res onto Joystick. I reckon he doesn't have any heals or something. He's Josh Turkey's surging up in the front. It's all up to Einar. I reckon the back of that Chester, that bloodshot. I don't know if he doesn't have any heals. He does get knocked by Noxie. Einar trying to escape out and around the wall. Does make it somewhere, but Jive Turkey in hot pursuit jumps over the wall and does take him out. So that will be Anarchy's Elite Gaming eliminated. So Torch does look like they've managed to regroup in the quarry, with Meaty and Nada making their way onto Dom. Tyrannical still caught out on the other side of the quarry though, on that north side. Coming in. A lot of teams filling out the beach as well with the original Gamesterz. Holding the edge hill of Primo and 6 Cents in Ferry Pier. No, between Ferry Pier and Primo. The console killers did mostly make it through that beach. We do have the battle bots fighting Always Thirst First on that western side. And we do still have quite a bit of water in this circle. G25 are in boats. They're heading over towards Primo. And Attractions taking on 2 members from Team 5150 up in the blue. Oh, this is where it is. Okay. The GI and Bonkai do end up pulling up onto Excessive. Or Excessive pulls up onto them, one of the two. It looks like Excessive did pull up over here. And Bonkai is taken out by Excessive, but GI still alive. Takes down Bloody Dabs. Fleet is also knocked, so it is just a 1v1 here. The GI versus Trip. GI getting his thirsts. Nades coming out from both players here. Trip pushing up and around. Trip does still have that teammate knocked. Fleet there, GI sees him drop down onto the res and gets some tags, does take him out. So winner's circle does pick up some points. And GI is able to stay alive. Attractions will head south and regroup. Console killers did look like they found a nice little hill to pull up onto on the other side of Primo. Quite a few teams heading together here at the quarry in the center. We have Torch, the original team that was holding. And then we have Big Clock and Chicken Fried from Team 5150 moving in. Then we have Fury Esports just across the road on that other hill. They also can get some angles when these shots do inevitably start dropping down. And there we have it. Chicken Fried does take down Meaty with a quick thirst. Not as real close here. Think Fast also making it up. So Team 5150 is now 3 members. Not as patience pays off as Chicken Fry pushes out front. But not able to knock that player. And they do turn around and take him out. Think Fast was taken out by Fury Esports, who were checking from that other hill. Tranical also being taken down, but Dom going to be able to drop down and pick him up. Chicken Fry getting aggressive, pushing right up on top of Torch's position here. Big Clock laying down some support shots from the back. But Torch is just looking like they want to dip back to these buildings. Jump into that wizard tower and regroup. Too many teams with angles on them at the moment. And we do have Kingpins pulling up on the north side of the quarry as well, so. The GI and Attractions pulling up just south of 6 cents on the beach there. Iconic making their rotation in. Brain's still staying alive. Looks like it is just the Kingpins and the BattleBots who need to make it in. The Console Killers, the original Gamesterz, and the BattleBots all in Primo right now. BattleBots going for a long rotation along that beach. Well, in that fight we just left, Warhawk does take down Chicken Fried. So Big Clock now the last member up for... And what do we have here? So Stiff's vehicle goes end over end and flips over. Dabin blows it up and gets that kill. Chappers will be able to drive by. Didn't hit the same bump or whatever happened there. M4 in a Dream did get stranded on the other side of Primor. But we do have the original Gamesterz pushing down onto the Console Killers. Oh, and we actually have Iconic ended up pulling up onto 6 Senses compound here with G-Money being taken down. Bralette going for the long flank around the right side. Gonna come up right behind Dace and Lid here. Dace does know there's a player on that side, though. He's watching it. This TPP gives you all of that information. So G-Money was not able to be picked up. We do have the scores updated. We'll get those in there. As we watch this fight unfold a little bit. Always Thirst First are being held out of that circle by Kingpins at the moment. Humby, that last player up for them. And Torch now, unfortunately, just never safe. As they now have to turn around and fight Team Hatred pushing in from the north side. Sixth Sense just spreading out around Iconic's building here. Trying to get as many angles as possible. I want to give them anywhere to hide. Joining that fight. As they turn to their right and see Team Hatred, and they start taking them down. Might actually... I'm gonna leave this and they're all gonna push in there. BattleBots and Winner's Circle also pulling up on that bridge. Doesn't need to be capitalized. And now that fight between Console Killers and Original Gamesterz finally kicking off with Nate taking down Frame Banging. And there goes Dabbin. But then B-Love taking down Nate. And Dabbin onto Exclusive. So that will be Console Killers eliminated by the Original Gamesterz. And there with that circle shift, these two teams in this compound here, 6 Sense and Iconic will be able to stay for the time being. Winner's Circle and the BattleBots out behind will need to rotate around and past. Original Gamesterz need to push up. Kingpins do have the edge there, and Fury Esports dominating this center area, just in control of this whole hill. They got their little vehicle wall set up and everything. They're ready for anything these teams will throw at them. Brain getting tagged up from Iconic. And here come the Kingpins. They had the edge, but it wasn't enough. They're moving forward. Winner's Circle now driving right past Brain. He's going to take some shots at GI. Not able to take him down, though, as Winner's Circle drives right into Team Hatred and the Stomping Grounds. Attractions does take down the OKC, and now it's just Gun. Meanwhile, GI is taking down Jive Turkey on the other side. Coordination between these two players, just able to work that out. And Gun's just gonna dip out of there. Didn't like his chances. 2 versus 1. The Original Gamesterz are pushing up right behind the Kingpins here. Frame Banging takes down Mexozark. After it looks like, and then His does take down Oreo Hitman. With a quick thirst, now Nij is coming up right behind B-Love and Frame Banging. Chomedy and Wick trying to hold that other angle. But Wick with taking down Frame Banging, it is all up to B-Love. And there you have it. For sure, Mass did steal Frame Banging away. But the Kingpins do come out on top and eliminate the Original Gamesterz. But Fury Esports is rushing down this hill. Warhawk taking down Chomedy, and then Kamikaze taking down Wick. Nij now stuck behind the drone. Who has 4 members of Fury Esports running down on him, taking down for sure Mass. A Warhawk right there, not preventing him from getting any kind of thirst, but it does look like that was for sure Mask's second down, so he bleeds out too quick for them to pick up. Humby now meanwhile staying alive that whole time next to that fight. And a crate coming down right on top of the hill that Fury Esports was holding. They should be able to just rotate back and pick that up. Have some nice fresh 3 gear for this final circle. Winner's Circle going back left now as Torch Dom tagging them up as they rotate through the field and up towards Brain. Does look like Iconic wasn't able to make it out of that compound. 6 Sense still there. Jumping in their whips now. Brain watching. But with the GI and Attractions coming up right beside him, they might be able to spot him out here. Torch safely making it across the road, but Dougie Fresh right up on top of them, calling Kamikaze over. Seven teams, 15 alive. And they do push down on top of Torch. Dougie Fresh takes down Tyrannical with a nade. Fury Esports is just out for blood this match. Pushing everything. Meanwhile, Slim Jimbo ends up getting engaged with the battle bots on the other side. And Dougie Fresh does spot Dom hiding in that bush. 7th place for Torch. BattleBots in all sorts of trouble here as their shack and everything is just on fire. They got 6 cents on one side, Fury Esports on the other. Throwing down their smokes, trying to make some sort of play to get out of here. They are on the edge of the circle though. Does look like 6 cents wants to take their position. Warning coming over towards Slim Jimbo. Getting tagged up by M4 in a Dream, but not getting knocked. Fury Esports now, they spotted out Chappers behind the shack. Chappers does get knocked by Michu. But Warhawk right there, watching, gets the steal away. Frolic is able to secure the shack and take down M4 in a Dream for 7th place. And 6 cents will still have all 4 members going into this Phase 7. Winner's Circle GI being tagged up from Fury Esports up on top of the hill, but Brolic does knock him. Brain being spotted by Fury Esports as well. Brain pops up and does steal the GI. But with everybody looking at him, tough to get out of that situation. Now Attraction's in pretty much the same situation Brain was just in now. He's going to have to run past through this field with Fury Esports above and 6 cents on the left. And Brolic does take him down. 4th place for Winner's Circle. Humby also still staying alive. Doing pretty well. For Always Thirst First. Is able to catch Warhawk with his back turned. Warhawk should just bleed out. So that is 4 members of 6 cents against 2 members of Fury Esports and Humby, the last member of Always Thirst First. Snaking out in the back. But 6 cents did spot him. Michu takes him down. 3rd place for Always Thirst First. So now 6 cents in a bit of trouble here as they're going to have to run through this whole open field. With Kamikaze and Dougie Fresh up on top of them. Brolic just squirming like a madman, trying to dodge these bullets. Does return that fire and tags up Dougie Fresh. Down to about 24 health, but it does look like he will be able to make it over with the cover that his teammates are putting down from behind. that heal off. There's 3 members of 6 Sense versus 2 members of Fury Esports for game 3. Kamikaze still thinks there's a player on his right, trying to not give up too much to either side. Dougie Fresh stuck in the middle of this smoke, surrounded by 6 Sense. Doesn't take out Michu, but probably right there to trade him out. So now it's just Kamikaze 2v1 against 6 Sense. Oops. There we go. Brawling takes him down. 1v1 now for Kamikaze versus Warnick. He's out in the open. Warnick's on his left. Warnick doesn't pop up. And Kamikaze takes down Warnick. 6 Sense is not able to pick up the 3rd chicken dinner. They do get 2nd place, though, with 9 total kills. And your Game 3 chicken dinner winners are Fury Esports, and they had a ton of kills. 14 total kills for a 1st place in Game 3. And then 3rd place, always thirst first. They do have 2 kills. Winner's Circle picking up 6 kills in a 4th place. And then Brain, the one man, making up all the way up to 5th place with a kill. are back in the fun of the desert. I floated for way too long here. I stayed on the plane for too long. Now I gotta float back. Nope. So here, that plane path directly north to south. And they're shooting at me. Should be good. I think I still have enough height. And there is that circle popping pretty toxic northeast. Just taking it from the last game and moving it up. And there we go, landing on top of the wall. Finally. And we got the kingpins, baby. Landing up near water treatment. Right below the start of that plane path. Comedy heading out towards La Cobriera. Alright. Pulling up to a nice little apartment building here. Oh, that was the wrong thing. I was supposed to... Got Mexozark and Wick now heading out towards the Cobriera. They weren't able to find a vehicle yet, and they're just running along the road doing the same thing. He has found a truck. At least a little Bronco. And we have Excessive going up against Anarchy's Elite Gaming. Bloody Dabs does take down INR with a nasty little VSS shot. And now changing course as they see this care package coming down. Three strong is not too far away. iconic in winner's circle with Dace taking down Noxie. And then the stomping grounds and always thirst first. They decide to have their way with each other. Brain also getting a nice little kill onto For Sure Mask. Your champions from last game. Chicken dinner winners. Fury Esports. But then the console killers joining that party with exclusive, then taking down Brain. Next. Alright, so we have this new score bar. Kingpin's gonna stop and pick up a new vehicle. Always better to have more than one. Clown car can backfire pretty quickly. We're just gonna... Now the original Gamesterz also finding the winner's circle. Wonder what is happening wherever that is happening. The Stomping Grounds, original Gamesterz, console killers. Oh no, not console killers. That was... But yeah. Little three-way fight going on over there. Always thirst first also in that engagement. They're taking down the Stomping Grounds. El Chapo now taking down 2 Blazed. TSG can't have too many members left. And there, the next phase coming down. Just keeping Pozo in there a little bit further north as well. Got the Crater Fields also in there. So that hill around the Crater Fields might be pretty hot territory. Here they go. Don't know where they're headed, but the Kingpins are on their way. Heading into the Crater Fields there. Yeah, they might be right up on top of that ridge. Nice powerful position. Hill's getting a little steep though. Wick having some troubles controlling that Bronco. of Team Hatred and Team 5150. Homicide is taken down. We do have a team looking straight down onto the Kingpins. Did see a fight here. That team did decide they wanted to pull up into this compound. Comedy trying to just save those vehicles, but all of those tires being popped, unfortunately. Gun does finish off Homicide. Gun also taking down Chicken Fried. OKC working, think fast now. Team 5150 just in trouble after that fight with Team Hatred. Kingpins were pushed out of this compound. They weren't quite able to pull right up in there with this other team holding that ridge. They felt much safer back here. That truck is just slowly sliding down the hill. Nij does spot another player down at the God Houses across the road. To the north, that player will have to rotate across and through. There's another convoy straight down the same direction the Kingpins came. They left Cobriera. The BattleBots now letting it be known they're forced to be reckoned with. Chappers taking down High Caliber. It's a little bit of a slow bit of action now, but Team Hatred getting a trade onto the BattleBots. Narcanic now takes down Chappers. The Winner's Circle now jumping into that fight as well. Narcanic being taken down from behind by the GI. And Attractions also taking down M4 in a Dream. So Stiff able to turn around and take down Attractions. But Bonkai then trades down So Stiff. The original Gamesterz and Torch also found each other. Third parties are real this game. Excessive now throwing a nade down onto the BattleBots. They're already engaged with Team Hatred and Winner's Circle. Kingpin's just laying down some shots onto this team that's on the other side of the crater fields. There's filling out the inside bowl and that outside rim. Lots of real estate left to play with. He does find Bonkai. Kingpins are able to stay in their current location as the circle shifts on that north side still. Getting rid of Pozo, but keeping all of the crater fields inside. That western side of crater fields might be a little bit tough to hold, but there is still a skinny ridge you could work with if need be. Winner's Circle just always running into fights, it seems like. Now with Torch taking down one of their members. Squadron of fights. Chomedy able to get a tag onto one. Here comes this phase 4 circle. Slowly just closing in. ATF running into 6 cents with Slim Jimbo taking down Voice. Kingpins with just too many players to shoot at us. There's just people running all over the place. A lot of area still in this circle. Not many players left, it seems. As most of it is just open field. Here go the Kingpins making their move left. They're just getting tagged up hard, but not being knocked. Fortunately able to run over that ridge and stay alive, pop that heal. Meanwhile, on the other side of the circle, the original Gamesterz and Fury Esports going at it with Dabin taking down Warhawk, and then Kamikaze takes down Oreo Hitman and thirsts him out real fast. Vehicles and players just pouring over these ridges as they head into the new circle, which does keep closing down on the crater fields, taking that rim away and pushing everybody into the fields. Iconic again, having a little bit of deja vu, running into 6 cents after last game. They're also holding off Anarchy Elite Gaming at the same time, with Slim Jimbo taking down Surgeon. Torch able to take down 2 members from 6 Cents. And then Trip from Team Excessive takes down G-Money. All of these teams shooting at that one that's rotating around the edge of the circle, it seems like. Could be iconic. This play zone does take down Knock Lid, but Meaty able to thirst him out and pick up a point for Torch. Torch still applying that pressure now with Tyrannical taking down Daze. A little bit of shots coming out onto the Kingpins now. They did push up into the very edge of this circle. They found a nice little shack, but vehicle now has popped tires and they could be pinned here once this circle comes up on the edge. Nish still in the back though, getting a different angle. There is a team up to his left on top of the ridge. He did see them up there. They're gonna have to rotate down on top. But this other team is applying heavy pressure onto the Kingpins. That nade from Console Killers does take down Wick. Console Killers look like they're the ones in this green warehouse just close to the right. They have that knock. They're swarming. Trip from Excessive is going off now. He's got another kill onto Meaty. Warnick was able to steal that away and pick up an extra point for 6 Cents. Just securing them more comfortably into that first place spot. And they're still holding this outside angle. Sees a player down by the bike sitting still. Might be able to get a little knock here. But try not to give up too much to any other team. Because if he gets knocked out here, he probably won't be getting rezzed. As his team is pinned. Report completed. What? No. I think I just accidentally... I apologize to Nij. If I actually just did that. That was toxic on my part. I gotta just put that thing down. And he does take down Dougie Fresh. Fury Esports in this turn, but 6 Cents was the team up higher. And Warnick did push down low without Nij realizing. CK now coming out of there. Our Console Killers coming out of their warehouse, pushing up towards Fury Esports. As Excessive Trip is still just laying down shots. He also takes down Torch. And now Sweaty joining the party with a elimination off Kanata. Kingpins unfortunately just pinned out here in the open on this smoke, trying to lay down smokes to give them any kind of cover, but just in a firing range from these other teams. Fury Esports, Torch, and 6 Cents. Warhawk does take down Wick. Console Killers exclusive steals him away. A lot going on right now with Warhawk getting that final kill onto the Kingpins with Shamedy. Now we do have Console Killers who are in the same situation that Kingpins were just in, with 6 Cents and Excessive up on the hill above them. And Fury Esports holding this compound that's left in the circle. Sweaty now last alive for Excessive, with 2 members of 6 Cents pushing around the corner onto him, is not able to stay alive. Brelic does take down Sweaty. 7 players left alive. It is a little redo over from last game. 6 Cents versus Fury Esports. Warnick, though, getting a nice little double nade onto 2 of their members, so that will just leave 4 versus 1. Dougie Fresh is thirsted out, so if they are able to get this res, might be able to even the odds a little bit, but 6 Cents just, they can taste the win already. Storming in. Kamikaze is taken down. 1 last member alive in the net. And Slim Jimbo does take down Warhawk. So 6 Cents now picking up a chicken dinner game 4 as well. That is 3 on the night for them so far. 6 Cents just slaying out. Alright, we do have one more game. This is the championship week, so we will get that set up and be right back.
The just waiting here for you. I just want your presence, you got me feeling blue. And don't keep me waiting, don't leave me in this way. Got me going crazy and I don't wanna wait. I just wanna make you see, I feel like I'm in heaven when you are here with me. And don't keep me
And we'll get going here with the final game of this championship round. OXL TPP. All right, jumping out here at Georgia Pole. We're going from northwest. That is northwest. I called it northeast last match. So we are going from northwest, everybody, down to northeast by Milta and Milta Power. And I gotta change this too. I really wish I could change my overlay when I don't have the scene up, but we'll figure that out. Okay, and here we go, drowning out. Should have been looking around. I bet you there's a team or two landing around Georgia Pole. I know Winner's Circle likes that area. Team Hatred also likes that area. Here we go. Actually get to spectate. I do believe I updated that. Yes, I did. So we will spectate. And there we are. What did I say? Winner's Circle loves it around here. First team I get put onto. We also have the battle bots choosing to go north this time instead of their usual south drop, which was quite far from the original plane path. And we also have a Team Hatred. They chose to go Gatka this time. They are surrounded on the north and south from Anarchy's Elite Gaming. Original Gamesterz and Console Killers doing what they've done all night. Going over to Yasnaya. 6 Cents is in Milta this time. And Fury Esports doing what they usually do around Milta Power area. Mini Milta. Iconic, usually pretty uncontested here at the school. I like that. Dace will grab the school. The rest of them loot the apartments. Kingpin's uncontested in Rozhawk. Be a pretty slow start, it seems like. Attractions does... he's a pretty aware player. He does seem like he knows the battle bots are on the north side of George. He's trying to just hold that angle from them rotating down the street towards a Rozhawk area. Warhawk getting pretty close to 6 Cents, but shouldn't be in any real danger. Warnick scouting out early. 6 Cents with already 3 out of 4 wins on the night, and they do have a second place in that other match as well, so they are looking pretty well. They probably just want to round this out with a nice 4 out of 5 for an OXL week. Warnick did rotate early, grabs this strip of compound in the middle here. Excessive is split around towards Pachinki. Torch has Pachinki on lockdown, so nothing to worry about there. And the rest of 6 Cents just going to continue to pick up a bit more loot while Warnick holds that next spot for them. Console Killer's also sending out their own scout, which is Nate. Shouldn't run into too much on his way to wherever he goes. Warhawk's just spinning around spraying, it seems like. Brolic and Warhawk having a little Morse code conversation in their bullets. They're not even shooting at each other. And we do have Xbox, looks like it's shit in the bed. Team Hatred making their move out of Gatka. Anarchy's Elite Gaming did manage to pick up 3 vehicles, so they're nice and spread heading out towards the southern area. Brolic still just spraying bullets. 6 Cents just having fun in this game 5. Warhawk doing the same thing. Console Killer's pulling up to that eastern side by Potato Mountain, just north of the farm. And no, the battle bots, what happened in that clown car? M4 in a Dream rolls and all of the battle bots are now eliminated. Oh no. So we do have Anarchy's Elite Gaming. Looks like they're trying to head out and around past Excessive's compound. Team Hatred thinking the exact same thing, but they're not turning off. They're just crashing. They do get a couple tags onto them. They are making it past. And Jive Turkey, who was just a one-man this game, is spotted by Iconic on his rotation through the school area. Try one more time to get into this party. I don't really know what is happening here. What up selected. Scores are updated, so we will get that here. We have the original Gamesterz are looking like they want to pull up onto... Oh no, he is pretty far. It was just Warnick tagging him in the distance. We do have these scores updated. Properties, we will post those in the bottom bar. And there you have it. Here we go. The Kingpins have rotated south out of Rozhawk, and they're being contested by Iconic. It's coming out of there. And now the original Gamesterz, who have chosen to pull up just south of the farm, have a perfect line onto the remaining members of 6 Cents as they are now rotating out of Milta and through the farm. Console Killers did move into the other side of 6 Cents' compound. Slim Jimbo not liking the look of his vehicle after passing the original Gamesterz, so they will jump into this new one. Go and regroup with Warnick, who is being pushed by the Console Killers. Most of those teams just heading straight into this central area. There is a ton of area in this circle, but most of the teams condensed into a little 1.5 kilometer area. Kamikaze's scouting out ahead of Fury Esports. Console Killers letting them know that this compound is spoken for. It is not the place to pull up. And there you have that next circle popping up. It does favor where most of the teams have chosen to pull up, around that farm and shelter area. So I don't know if we'll see much rotations. Maybe these edge teams torch excessive. The OGs are already heading out. Oreo Hitman and B-Love have this compound near Brain, and Attractions falls out the vehicle. They should be able to just, yep, Bankai is back on him, picking him back up, and they'll be able to continue that game just fine. Yes, and here comes Excessive. They did choose to rotate. They didn't like their position on the edge. Wanted to grab something a bit more central. Sweaty coming awfully close to Console Killers with that buggy, but fortunately able to avoid those bullets. But Fleet not so lucky, driving right into Fury Esports. Warhawk does blow up that vehicle. And now Trip and Bloody Dabs having a little difficulties flipping over in that UAZ. They're now right in the middle between Fury Esports and Console Killers as they're getting tagged up from everywhere. Trip makes it behind the rock but does get knocked from Exclusive. Warhawk's going to say thank you very much and pick up that point. Bloody Dabs throwing the smokes out. It looks like he will be able to snake his way out of there. Gets behind a rock and out of harm's way for the time being. Here we go. Everybody fills out those compounds. We don't have as many teams in this last game. Winner's Circle did make it around everybody and into the farm. I believe they took a couple boats and headed down that south side. The rest of Iconic regrouping. Brain hiding in a shack. And here we go with a Phase 2, 30 seconds left. We will have that next zone popping up here right away. Mask does know that Excessive pulled up right here and they didn't leave, so Fury Esports does have a 4v2 here. Warhawk is driving all the way up and around. They want to finish them off. Warhawk's around and trying to get a different angle, pick up some information, let his team know where they are. They do have a pretty good chance of taking them out. I believe he did see Bloody Dabs pop into that shack. He's going to throw some smokes down and rush. Jumps back into the whip, distracting him as Mask runs up from the other side. Sweaty in that Wizard Tower, doesn't see him, or can't put some shots down. There he goes. Does tag up for sure Mask and backs him up from that aggressive push that Fury Esports has going on at the moment. Warhawk getting a cheeky little shot through the window, jumping up on that barrel. Nice play by Warhawk to take out Bloody Dabs. And here come the other two members of Fury Esports. They're just gonna storm Sweaty here, as he does end up getting picked off from Bankai with a hell of a long shot from down in farm. Bankai has the accuracy. The Kingpins, though, in trouble as they had to rotate up this hill where everything is going on. The original Gamesterz seeing there on the edge of the circle, then come out and push up towards Fury Esports' location, but Fury Esports has pushed off to get excessive, so when they come back, they could be in trouble with frame banging already here set up, but he does get knocked by Dougie Fresh. Dabin tags up Dougie Fresh with the K9, but isn't able to get that knock. And Kamikaze runs through the middle with his bike to finish off frame banging by running him over. Fortunately, nothing Dabbing can do but just watch as they lose a member. Iconic pushing up onto the other side of Fury Esports, though. Mask takes down G-Money, negating that threat a little bit. But it is still 3v3 as Dougie Fresh is pinned up on top of the hill with the original Gamesterz. Warhawk getting knocked in the top of this wizard tower. Kamikaze's going to jump out the back and run up the stairs. But Lid sees him, tags him up, down to about 20% health. Lid and Harden cornering Mask down in the bottom here. They will take him out. Kamikaze's stuck there up on the res. Trying to just get it as quick as possible, but here comes Dace rushing in. Some tags by Kamikaze onto Dace. Takes him down, but not the thirst quite yet. Warhawk gets knocked, not being able to get the heal in, but Kamikaze takes down Lid, that pops out and thirsts Dace. Harden, that last member for Iconic, able to make it up there at the end of it, but not before Dace is thirsted out. Will be able to pick up Harden. And it looks like the original Gamesterz did take out Dougie Fresh on this far side, this upper side, so Fury Esports is eliminated. B-Love here, looting with Anarchy's Elite Gaming, running up the other road. Does jump off of it in time. And now we do have Torch will have to run up and into the circle. We'll have to get past the Kingpins and Winner's circle down here. Sixth Sense still holding that same compound. They do have just barely the edge of the circle. Torch Nada separated from his team. He's got Team Hatred in between. Went to pick up a care package or something. Slim Jimbo with a nice little snipe onto Niz from the Kingpins. And that other compound, Slim Jimbo just holding out on that roof. And Niz is thirsted out while Brolic is able to get Nada. Brain is taken out, rotating into the farm on top of Winner's Circle. GG's. Here go these teams with Meaty being taken out by Wick as they try to rotate all the way around. Team Hatred also doing the same thing in the same area. So Sixth Sense just has all these teams just out in the open. High Caliber going down to Michu. OKC and Gun also getting tagged up heavy by Brolic here. OKC does go down into the blue. Brolic takes down Gun. We'll see if Brolic is able to spot out OKC and get this extra point. Not that they really need it. And the OKC does go down to the blue. So nobody will get a point there. Gun bleeds out. But is just the Narcanic alive for Team Hatred, pinned out across the road in the blue. 6 cents just watching him out there. And I did get onto a team now. That was pretty toxic. Guess we're jumping into this over-the-shoulder camera pretty early. That fight between original Gamesterz is unfolding up here. And Anarchy Elite Gaming. And here we go, we are in it. Blue Zone jumps in his whip and makes a play onto Oreo Hitman. Oreo ready for him though. B-Love also putting down some big tags. Taking them down to about 20% health, but they aren't able to get the knock. So they'll have to stay 3v4 after losing that player earlier. And Torch now being weaned out by 6 cents. There's not much circle left for them to work with. Red Zone getting knocked from console killers way down the hill. B-Love getting some big tags onto Blue Zone. He's right in the view of console killers now. Six Cents did have to push out of their compound, so now they're out in the open here with these vehicles. Slim Jimbo's knocked. They're trying to get some smokes out. They want to get him back up. He's getting tagged up through the smoke. And they do find him as Warnick's rezzing. A couple seconds away. Warnick spotting Bonkai in that wizard tower, not able to hit him with that snipe. And pretty close though. Oh, what? Okay, here we go. We're now on the original Gamesterz in this fight with Anarchy Elite Gaming. They haven't got knocked, but they did get the res onto him. And B-Love is also knocked. We got Oreo Hitman picking him up, but Einar is right there, close, watching. But at the same time, Anarchy Elite Gaming is getting tagged up from the console killer down the hill behind them. Dabbing just underhanded grenades down the hill. Not quite able to find Surgeon. But Einar does get one into the shack to take Dabbin down. Oreo Hitman takes down Einar, putting up a big fight for the OGs, trying to stay alive. It's just a 1v1. And, oh, Oreo Hitman, that was a thirst onto Einar. Surgeon is still up here for the original Gamesterz. And Oreo does take down Surgeon. 8th place for Anarchy Elite Gaming. And he'll jump onto this bike and just dip out of this location. Also, Killer's still 4 strong, able to push out of the compound they were in. Make it across the field here. But Oreo Hitman is running right behind them. Nate and Monstar heard that bike. They saw him come down. And they do take him down. 6th place for the original Gamesterz. Traction's getting caught out in the blue. Brolic is knocked. It is Warnick and Bonkai, the only members left alive for Winner's Circle and 6 Cents. Wow. Warnick is able to take down Bonkai. 1 health. Bonkai peeks out and gets taken down, but then Wick, seeing what's going down, is able to finish off Warnick, who is not able to pop a heal. So here we have it. Iconic holding the Wizard Tower up north. We have Kingpins just coming out of the farm. And the Console Killers with 4 members left alive controlling that whole western side. No, why does it keep opening? How do I hit B? We're not trying to report people. And I slowed down my camera again. There we go. That's positive, okay. Get a little cinematic action here. As Mexozark is getting tagged up from Iconic, who is up the hill there. That's kind of hard to watch. All 3 of the Kingpins pinned behind this rock with their vehicle. They do still have some bikes if they need to dip out real fast. And there you have that next circle. Iconic laughing as they just get to stay in this Wizard Tower, holding the edge of the circle with the Console Killers to their right and the Kingpins to their left. Mexozark just has a perfect little angle through the trees onto the Kingpins. But here come the Console Killers. Monstar and Nate pushing up that hill, trying to get angles onto Iconic. But at the same time, here come the Kingpins. Trying to run out and get some cover onto this buggy, but Mexos aren't able to see him from below. Iconic making their play out of the Wizard Tower. Chomety's got him held up there while Mexos and Wick focus down. Bizarre in the open here, but Bizarre just pops out of the smoke and lasers Mexozark with an SLR. Meanwhile, up the hill, Lid takes down Nate and Monstar, then trades out Lid, but Chomedy right there to get that steal. Not trying to give anything up to CK at this point. Monster does get the elimination onto Iconic, who pick up 3rd place. And he's just going to stop and heal Nate here. It will be a 4 versus 3. Console Killers versus Kingpins for Game 5 Chicken Dinner. The final game of OXL Season 7 TPP. Console Killers do have a great spread here on the Kingpins. One angle, Monstar can see down onto them. The other angle, Exclusives just picking them off. And there it have it. Console Killers take Game 5 of Week 3 with 9 total kills. The Kingpins pull up in 2nd place. They had 6 kills. Iconic grabbed 3rd. They had 4 kills. 6 Cents, who are your Season 7 champions, took took 4th place in Game 4 or 5. They had 6 kills, and Winner's Circle with 5 kills, or 5th place, sorry, with 3 kills. All right, GG's to everybody that participated in the OXL. That is it for Season 7. We will tally up those scores, get them out, and proceed with all of that good stuff. And we are recruiting for Season 7, or registering for Season 8. I'm sorry. So get in the Discord and sign up for that. All right. Thanks for stopping by.